This call is being recorded.
Welcome to the artwork of CP, you guys. And we, because I am creating so much content, and yeah, we've decided to put the artwork of CP out on Sundays instead of Mondays, and then ask when would be on um out on Mondays or out on Fridays. I haven't really decided that one yet. Probably out on the Fridays when I get it back. And when I get it back, I say, because it's now going to be edited, you guys want editing so bad that I think you guys are right. Let's just put it that way. But CP and editing do not mix. And and so that's why it's been such a long Monday, and I'm a little frustrated. But today we're going to talk about adults with CP, and that's another frustrating subject to me in my book because, and I don't know how to put this nicely. I'll just put it this way, and you guys can decipher it. The reason why it is a frustrating um, thing being adult with CP is because no one will help you find services. And I'm not kidding. No one will help you find services. You have to find services, well, especially if you're off and now. Um, you have to find services on your own. Your family may help you find services, but the family can only do so much because they don't have a disability. You do. So, and it's even tougher when you are orphan and when you don't have your biological family. I happen to have my step family, and but these things were set up before step family came into the picture. And so we're now dealing with these things. I am now dealing with these things on my own. And it's frustrating because you literally have to look under every single rock to find what you need. And it's like, really? Really? And I, as you know, 2019 has been interesting. Yeah. Not only on top do I have to manage my grief and manage my sense of self, I have to manage my own disability care in a sense. I mean, my stepmom is helping me, but there's only so much she can do. There's only so much a family member can do when you're not dealing with a minor. And I I never thought I would say this, but maybe it's because it's a long Monday. Um, I never thought I would say, can I just say publicly that CP has its challenges on a good day, and being trapped in body with CP, I don't know how to put it nicely, but I will put it this way, that there are days I don't want to get out of bed, and there are days I don't want to get out of bed, and today was one of them. it's just been a long 2019, and hopefully this day won't be that long. And this morning, when my alarm went off, when my Amazon smart speaker went off, I cried, I literally cried, and crawled back into bed. Oh, it's been a long 2019. So, to those of you who know me personally, who are listening to this, know my struggles, and it's been a long 2019. Hopefully, 2020 won't be so long, but adults with CP have a totally different aspect than kids do because we as adults have to call about our services as adults. I mean, AIDS AIDS will be able to do it, and AIDS will be able to do it. Step families and stepmoms will be able to do it, but you as the adult have to take charge of this interesting show. And yeah, and today I didn't want to get up as we will be building this. And so hopefully you guys can understand how I feel, and hopefully anyone that knows me personally that listens to this and has been behind the scenes of this podcast. And Danielle has been behind the scenes, trust me. And so she knows um, the struggle bus was real in 2019. But what I'm saying is that you, as adult with CP, would have to look under every single rock. And what I'm trying to do right now is the reason why I became a content creator, you guys. So I wouldn't have to manage myself, a day job, and my responsibilities to manage myself because I would probably be making more money as a content creator, let's hope, um, than I ever would at a day job. And my day job was teaching, or is teaching, I should say, was until May, and countdown till May, and then I will hide under the biggest rock ever, and no one can find me, and countdown until May, and then no one can find me. But we'll see what happens in May, and my life. There's I thought my life was calm and simple, but when you're trying to manage things and you're a orphan and you have a wonderful stepmommy who's trying to help you and trying to understand CP, no one can understand CP, you guys. No one. No one. And that's why I'm trying to educate you guys on CP. I mean, everyone that walks in the store, I try to educate them. I mean, no, it's like it's try by air, try by fire, and no, when people take me out publicly, they have to learn how to deal with me, and they have to learn how to deal with the stares and stares. Literally, people will stare at me, and people just think that I am doing what I'm doing for the heck of it. No, I want to make money. I want to educate people about cerebral palsy, and that's gonna be my goal in 2020, you guys. But Danielle, do you want to say anything about adults with CP?
Yeah.
Living with CP as an adult is hard but fun. You get to buy your own food and clothes. Have to juggle your schedule between fun, relax, and jobs.
Oh, Danielle always gives the positive, and I always get negative. But hopefully in 2020, you guys, I can give a more positive end to it. But geez, peace. I mean, people don't understand CP, and those who do and know me personally, thank you for understanding CP. And for those who really want to understand CP and understand what it's really like having a disability, and you are going to get a taste of CP medicine, but that's that. And when you try and help a person with CP, do it with compassion and do it with the utmost compassion that you can. And when don't be, because what drives us nuts is when you ask us a million questions. When people get trained with individuals with CP, they do not, because CP is trying to manage themselves. So please, 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 and I'm going to be working on this tomorrow. Please, 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 please ask questions the first day, and then leave the CP alone and just move on. And I like people that they call it self-start. Personally, I like aides that self-start and don't ask me a million questions, because aides that ask me a million questions, I don't mind. But when you are asking me what do I do next, that drives me crazy fine. So when you're dealing with adults, and unfortunately my aides got the good end of the win, and fortunately my stepmom got the good end of the win, because I'm an adult. I'm not on any medications, but CP can vary. As you guys know, CP can vary into something flat, and unfortunately, my biological mom got the crappy end of win. And so for those, because I was so sick, um, and I still have a weakened immune system, and for those of you who did listen to Stacey Shaw's episode, and we talked about Aniston and G-tubes and all that good stuff, yeah, And so that's gonna be a fun one. Me going to the doctor without anyone. That's gonna be a fun one. Me always going to the doctor is a fun one. But no, on the 22nd I'm doing it. But my point being is if you're a caregiver, they call it respite care, um, they I do have respite care in my own life, um, because that's the way my life is set up. But if you're a caregiver to any disability, including CP, just do it with the utmost compassion. Do it with the utmost, I don't know how to put this. I should have prepared notes or something. Do it with the utmost compassion and do it in the way that you think is best, and just I would say if you have questions, you can either come to me or come to the person you're aiding for as an adult if they can handle answering the questions. Because as parents, I know what I was going to say. As parents get older, they're going to leave their kids on the planet. So I have told people this is the first time that I have done this. This is the first time that I've done this. Now it's and I thought in March that my job was going. I knew my job was going to get tougher because my dad was sick, but I didn't know that my job was going to be so fulfilling to me and so fulfilling to Danielle. I mean, I didn't know that in March I thought, okay, the job is walking out the door, but I am going to work from home with a day job. Everything is going to be fine. Well, by the time I went to Denver, no, by the time I visited my dad in the hospital, he said to me, "What about your job?" He put me in a corner basically and said, "What about your job?" And at that time, they were trying, being the doctors, were trying to get him out of there. I said, "Dude, my job is basically a laptop and an internet connection. That's my job. And so you don't have to worry about the job aspect. My job was to take care of you and to manage me on my own. See, what a lot of people don't know is I started managing with help my life on my own in, I don't know, she got here in February. And so February, he was perfectly fine. By April, he started going downhill. So, and yeah, so in April, I started managing my life on my own with help, and that was a fun one because my dad was so sick. April and May were absolute heck, all heck broke loose, and so do it with the best of um, do it with the best of intentions And tomorrow we're dropping an episode on a diary of the it's been a long Monday, guys. So on work of CP. I almost said a diary of a fashionista. Never mind. on the work of CP that we're calling it. And it is going, we might put it out as it, and we may put it and then a word after it. I haven't decided. I have to talk to Danielle because it's going to be raw and natural, and it's going to be fun times. Fun times behind the scenes of CP. Really, you get behind the scenes of CP tomorrow when we record this episode, which right now we're calling it. And so it is going to, we're going to let the cats out of the bag, the worms, the can of the worms. We're opening up the can of the worms. We're just going, and it's not going to be a very fun episode. Danielle knows what's going on. We just haven't told you guys yet what happened, and then yeah, and so it will say it, and it will probably drop on New Year's Day if I can get Danielle. We would probably record the episode and drop it on New Year's Day. I'm sorry to drop the end episode on New Year's Day. I wish I had happier news for you guys. Let's just put it that way. But the good news is I am getting back to the best mental head space I have ever been in my life. And yeah. And so those of you who know me personally and know me as as me, and I am getting back to that head space, and I am going back to school as of the 28th, which would help. And so I am going to be getting back to the positive head space where we started the podcast from, because I was listening to some of the YouTube podcast episodes this morning, and I was more positive back then than I am now. So I am getting back to that headspace as of tomorrow. 2019 is out the door, and so for the last episode, literally, of 2019, Danielle and I will be recording something that's been on my heart. And so basically what that will be the bookends to 2019. And I never, ever thought that I was going to get on a podcast mic and literally tell my fan base of the artwork of CPA Diary of a Fashionista at that time. Look, this is what's gone on in my life. I never thought you would be on this journey with me. I never thought that I thought I would come back from Denver. We would do the She Is CP interview. I didn't know that I was going to have to tell you guys, look, my dad died. So, and thanks so much for putting up with the Wackadoodle's schedule and me trying to manage me when you become an orphan. I became an orphan on May 19th, 2019, and part of that transition is what we're leaving as it. It happened, and we will state what we state, and then we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. And the people that were around me at the time never wanted to happen again. And the reason why I'm raising my voice on it is because so many disabled get the word I'll be speaking of tomorrow. And so many people don't have the wherewithal to to do what I had to do in July. And this process has gone on since June 23rd, but I'm going to be stepping up as a survivor of it. Let's just put it that way. And to those of you that were around me at the time, it was my stepsister, my aide, and to those of you that saw me the week after, thank you. Thank you for all I could say is thank you. Thank you for coming to my door on May 19th. Thank you for getting me up out of bed on June 24th. And once you guys find out, you guys are gonna be shocked, and we're putting it as a raw episode on AskWin too, because I am only repeating the statements once, and I will leave it at that. And so we will catch you guys later. And the artwork from CP is coming out on Sunday. AskWin will probably come out on Fridays, if not Mondays. So just podcast all evergreen, so they can be listened to. But I'm telling you guys right now, it's Mondays. The backup plan is Fridays. So look for episode on Mondays, or look for episode on Fridays of AskWin. So that's the plan right now, and we're going to catch you guys later. Dee, do you want to lead the one out?
Yeah. 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 So, yeah.
Thanks, you guys.